What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody's doing well. Please stay tuned after the podcast for a special announcement. Hello, guys, and welcome to another edition of the Yugo Blog Talk Radio. Yeah, we are back. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Our last podcast was unfortunately about me discussing my tragic memories and my moments about when I almost got murdered when I was 19. Yeah, it was pretty dark. Jesus, yeah, I mean, it was. The podcast did well, but overall, the stuff that I was trying to express and everything that I was trying to tell you guys was dark. It was a little graphic, and but it's what you guys wanted. I noticed that you guys that's watching my stuff. This is what y'all was wanting me to talk about, because I was trying to tell everybody about it for a while, and now since it's out there, now that's finally over. Now we can finally get back to this stuff. Back to normal. Finally got the audience back. So, yeah, time to shed some light again. Today's topic is knowing when your friends or family is jealous of you. Now, jealousy is not a stranger to people who is trying to do things for a living, trying to be successful, just trying to live their life and, trying to do something for the better. And at the same time, when you try to do something like this, you notice that there are people that are in your crowd who don't want to support you, or doesn't, just try to give you a hard time of what you want to do, and they try to guide you to a certain other path that might not suit you, but may suit them, to prevent you to achieve what you want to do in life. Jealous people will never admit that. Jealous people would never say that they're jealous of you, unless they have packs. If they have a pack of people that are willing to belittle you or talk crap about you, regardless if you're there or not, then that'll be when they'll be bold enough to speak out about how they really feel about you, and then that'll be when they'll really talk crap about you. It's the same thing with racism. An individual human being will never say that they're racist. But if they're around, another crowd that hates what you hate, and then they'll express it because they have that crowd with them, and that'll be when that they will feel that energy and just express how they really feel. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tell you ways of how to point that stuff out without you waiting for that type of opportunity for people to judge you when they have packs. Now, when y'all notice that when y'all have like these goals and stuff, and notice, most of the times when people have these type of, goals in hand, like I want to be a Republican, I want to be a fireman, I want to, I want to go to the moon or something like that, or you want to be like me, you want to be a critic teacher. Normally it comes with a young age. And normally it comes like in the age of when you're in school, or when you're getting ready to get out of school, and you realize that, this is what you want to do. This is the path you want to follow. And then notice when you say this, who do you normally say this to? You say this to your family, and you say this to your friends, the people who normally has your back on certain things. But the truth is, people normally have your back when it comes to things that they can relate to. Like, if you're doing something for me, and I'm appreciating it, and then something happens to the things that we're doing with each other, I would have your back, because these are things that I can relate to, correct? But to really judge somebody is will they have your back when you need help, when they're not around? Will they be with you when times are tough and it's without warning? You know what I'm saying? And majority of the times it's not. When you try to tell somebody that you want to do something for a living, and and it's something that's not in their interest, they may say it's okay, but they may not be around to support you. Now, still, that might not mean that they're jealous. It's probably because it may not be for them. You know what I'm saying? So if you tell me that, I want to, if a female tells me that she wants to be a doctor or a nurse, now, at the same time, I will be like, okay, that's great. Like, that's a great thing. Like, I really support that. But how am I going to be there for her if I have no medical experience at all? You know what I'm saying? See, that's just being honest. Now, if she asks me for advice on how to reach to people, how to communicate with them, then I can help her with that. Because, I've been studying therapy for a while, how to help people. But if you tell somebody that you want to be a nurse or a doctor or whatever, and then they just, just give you a little shrug or whatever, or they just try to be distant with you and just try to put you down on a pedestal, then that just shows you that they're just hating on you. They don't even want to, or they could just influence you to try to go to another obstacle of where it suits them. And then at the same time, they may already have plans for you. Friends and family do this. They may see you as an obedient person that likes to do certain things, and then when you try to put them into certain obstacles, and they just fall for it because that's your buddy, right? We've been friends for a long time. I might I'm helping that person out. A good friend will let you do whatever you want, but if you do something that's out of the ordinary and it's really like bad or whatever, like you're doing drugs, doing all that stuff, then as a good friend, you need to educate them to get them out of that habit. But if it's just a regular goal, like if you just want to do something for a living, then it shouldn't really be a problem. But people want to try to stop you from doing that because you and that person been cool for so long to the point where you feel like your bond is inseparable. So when you feel like that person is beginning to move on, and they be like, look, I'm about to do this thing now, whatever. I want to I want to be a rapper. I want to be an artist or whatever. And then all of a sudden they feel this rush in their brain like, oh man, we may not be cool anymore because this person's going to go out of town. And, who am I going to be cool with? So then that's when they're going to try to influence you to not do that by trying to tell you that it's a bad thing. And a lot of people fall for that. I know a lot of people who are cool with certain others that has these type of mindsets. I mean, even I'm cool with some people like that. Now, I know this, I might lose friends saying this, but you know what? I don't care because this is what this blog talk is about. I've put a lot of people on blast and on the spot with my blog talks. The difference is I don't really say names because I feel as if I'm going to put you on the spot, I need to do it with class instead of just saying your actual name on it, because if you're offended of what I'm saying, then regardless of what I'm saying, then it probably applies to you. So here it goes. I know a few friends, actually several of my friends, that would always try to criticize me and ridicule me of certain things that I do. Now, if you've seen a couple of my videos, you'll notice that I have a lot of things in my room, such as games, anime, posters, just, figures, figurines, and all that stuff. All that stuff I've got on my own. I've worked really hard for it. And I am continuing to prosper and beginning to build up my routine. Now, by me having all these things, working 2 jobs, being a part-time bodybuilder, and being a YouTuber as well, and, and being on a blog talking, posting stuff on the radio, do you know how much jealousy comes with that? When a person like that be successful to the point where they are beginning to rise up and rise up and rise up, a lot of hate comes from that. That's why when a lot of people get to this successful rate, their friends rate deteriorates and gets smaller because a lot of people just can't stand it. And when I tell my friends about these things, that hey, I'm doing this, or when I be telling them of the videos that I be posting and stuff, they'll watch it. You got 2 types of people. You got one type that won't watch it until that they're busy. And by me knowing these friends or whatever, they're not busy. They're not busy. Some of them don't even got a job. So when I try to tell them, like, check this out or whatever, and they don't even want to watch it, it's not because that they're not busy, it's because they don't feel like it. And then you got these other type of friends that would watch it, that don't mind watching it, because they want to try to talk down on your videos. And I just think that's gay to me. I think that's just straight gay, in my opinion, because when you try to, and that's just not what, that's just with anything. When you try to get somebody to watch something, or when you try to post something out and people just go in there and they just bash on it and stuff, that's just senseless to me. That's just straight gay to me. Like, dude, if you're gonna criticize somebody or whatever, give them the good and the bad. Don't just say, "Well, I watch a video and I think this is stupid, that is stupid." That's just, see, now you're just being a hater. Tell me, I can take criticism, but tell me the things you liked about it. And it doesn't offend me, because if anything, it offends them because they see what I'm doing, and they at that age where they got so many things bothering them to the point where they can't do what I'm doing, and it bothers the hell out of them. So what makes them feel better is they will like to try to put you down to make themselves feel like, this person is doing this, so if I put this person down, maybe that person will stop. They will never admit that's how they feel, but that's how they are. That's how society is. That even goes with women too. Ladies, how many times y'all been trying to do things for each other, or just trying to do things for your own, and then y'all girlfriends put you down because of how you look, how you dress, how you want to present yourself, or just how you want to live your life? That happens a lot. No, but but it doesn't matter. People have a problem of people prospering and just building up what they want to do, and just trying to figure out what part of them really stands out so they can express it more. Especially with the black culture, we hate it when we do that. We have that bad where we just can't stick together, especially with family, and it's just ridiculous. But that's why that stuff doesn't bother me, because when I notice when I say certain things, or when I try to express things that I'm trying to do. Now, I do brag. I mean, that comes with the things that you do in life. You're gonna brag. Sometimes you're gonna start showing things off. But I try to limitate as much as that as possible. But even though when I limitate that, I notice that when I say these things, or when I tell people I'm doing this, or I got this, or whatever, and it's not like I'm saying this to regular people. I'm saying this to like friends and just people that I'm very, very cool with, and then they just go out and they just jump into that negative scale, without even telling me how to do it right, without even telling me like what to do to be better. They just go out and they just start criticizing it, and they just start making fun and just judging and just trying to put me down of what I do, what I wear, how I do this, how I do that, or whatever. And it used to bother me, but thanks to therapy and thanks to me having a journal, I can just tell that they were just jealous, and it doesn't even offend me anymore, because you have to look at what they have and what you got. If you got more than what these people what these people have, and they just putting you down, it's a bigger case. It's a big case that they just hate to see you having, and it just bothers the hell out of them. That's why I don't take advice from people about money if they're broke. I don't take relationship advice from people who are playboys or they just prostitutes or whatever. I don't take advice of how to just keep my channel going if people don't even, if people don't even make videos to begin with. You have to take advice from those who have it and knows how to deal with that stuff. And even if they don't have it and they have certain knowledge of how to deal with it, then take advice. But you need to be very careful of how to get ready of these type of criticisms, these type of critique things of what people be saying. But that's what I'm saying. When you are at that gap where you are at the point of expression and you're beginning to learn certain things about yourself and you're beginning to show off what you want to do, you are going to get hit with a lot of criticism. You're going to get hit with a lot of hatred. You're going to get hit with a lot of jealousy, and you cannot let that get to you. And another thing with that is when you are friends with somebody, because I notice there are a lot of friends that people are cool with that secretly puts them down to make them feel better. And what do they always say? I like this person because this person's honest. This person's trustworthy. He tells me how, he tells me how it is. But you got to look at it like this. I know a couple people in my friend circle that is like that. But I'll put them on a higher radar than anybody else, because when somebody like that is very outspoken and you take their advice, they can easily guide you to the wrong path, and you will just go along with it because you trust them. They can use it as their advantage. So the way for you to get around that is whenever you want to do something, they tell you, look, I don't think you should do this. I think this is stupid or whatever. And you may be used to what they're saying, so you're going to go along with it. So pay attention to what they're saying to you and see if they may throw some good things at you. Because if they're always honest, then they can throw some good things to you too by being honest as well. Because I know it's a lot of guys that I'm cool with that do that to me, and I would tell them certain things, and then they'll be like, oh, I don't think this is right. I don't think this is cool or whatever. And then I would listen, but then I noticed that that's all they say. They always just say the negative stuff. They don't tell me nothing good. Whenever I do something good for myself, they don't ever show up or whatever. And that just shows me that they just jealous. Because if you're going to be my friend, then be there for me. Never, don't always be in a negative tone or whatever. You can be negative, and I can take negative criticism because that helps me grow. But if you're going to be like that all the time, and you don't want to be there to congratulate me, but you're going to be there to criticize me, that shows me where your mind is at. So that's what I'm telling you guys. Y'all need to be careful with these type of people that are bluntly honest, because they can easily guide you to the wrong path. And deep down, they may be talking crap about you too. Because think about it. If somebody like that is that bluntly honest, and then at the same time, if they talk crap about everybody else, saying how this person's doing this, how this person's doing that, what makes you so special to where they're not talking about you behind your back? Exactly. So my advice to you guys, just make sure that when you try to do something different for yourself, always keep in mind that there are going to be people that you may be cool with that are willing to walk away from you or just trying to guide you to the wrong path of something that you're not happy with. Because on my social media platform, on my Facebook page, on my Instagram or whatever, or even in my LinkedIn account, I noticed that my list of connections, it increases and decreases rapidly. Because when I post, and it only decreases when I post things about what I'm trying to do, and people just delete me, or they just they just cut me off, and that used to confuse me. I'm like, man, why is what I'm doing bothering everybody? But then psychology tells us that if people do these things, it's only because their lives is miserable. Now I used to delete people that had a problem with what I'm doing. But then, thanks to therapy and thanks to Jeannie, she told me, why would you delete people that don't like you? What you're doing is bothering them. And if you get them out of your lives, then they're gonna assume that you were bothering them, and what they were doing was causing you to hate them. So if what you're doing is bothering them, and if you're being successful at what you're doing, let them build that hate and let them get rid of you. And I agree with them. I agree with her, actually. If you're doing something good for yourself, and if they hate it and they can't stand it, let them continue to hate you. Let them continue, to try to criticize you. Because at the end of the day, if you're strong, if you got the Lord by your side, and if you're a righteous person, that's all you need. You don't need guidance from anybody else but yourself. Because as long as you learn how to trust and love yourself and know what you really want in life, dealing with all this stuff is the easiest thing you can ever do. It's been a hell of a long time since I've been offended or I've been affected by any negative remark like this. Do I still go through it? Yes, of course I do. In fact, I'm going through it a little bit right now. But does it get in my mind? No, it does not. But anyway, I think that's it. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. This was actually a pretty quick podcast. Well, I kind of wanted to get you guys to the nitty gritty. Just, show you guys, just get everything situated quickly and stuff without being around a bush or whatever. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed what I was saying. And not only that, but just the videos that I posted, like the other podcasts or whatever, it was really a fun ride. I really do appreciate you guys and everybody else tuning in and watching all this stuff and just taking my advice, because people have been messaging me and stuff and just been telling me, like, how do I deal with this, how do I deal with that, or whatever. I was going to post a video just showing everybody the messages and just giving you further advice on how to deal with these things, but you know what, I kept it on the PM. I don't want to put everybody's business out there. So, it's just great to see everybody that's just watching my stuff and just being well educated. I appreciate you brothers and sisters for tuning in and just, just watching all my stuff. Okay guys, y'all been wonderful. I hope to see y'all guys soon. I may be back with the blog talk just to have a little fun with it, but we'll just have to see what the future has for us. All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all take care. Peace. I'm sorry. I've been doing this podcast for like 2-3 months. I've lost track. And we've actually, me and a crew who's been helping me do this podcast, that's been helping me get this video together, we've been trying to figure out for the past few days of what introduction music to go through to just make this fit with the whole radio blog, with the blog talk show with the Yugo radio station. We even tried this. Trump knocking when but we was like, no, that is way too aggressive, way too energetic, way too, heart pumping or whatever. We was like, no, so we tried this. We was like, that's way too chill, way too relaxing, and a little bit too depressing. So we was like, we need something to click. So we tried this. and all of a sudden it just grew with us. We were just playing it and playing it, and then we tried to add little things to it and stuff. We was like, you know what, this is actually perfect, and it actually has like that radio morning tune vibe to it. So when you're in the car, or if you're just watching it on YouTube, or just playing it in your car and stuff, just listening to it, and then when you hear that introduction, you just live it up. You just get that chill vibe to it. And that's what I like to get the fans involved in. It's just not only when you get to listen to what I'm saying and just what I'm going through, you get to just relax, just get the load off as well. But besides all that, the podcast, the videos was great. It was fantastic just doing it and just expressing myself, the stuff that I was going through, and just voicing it to you guys, the fans and stuff. And I'm saying that to say this because I forgot to mention this on, this last, blog talk or whatever. Whenever y'all guys are going through these type of problems, or just anything that I did not mention through my previous blog talks or my podcast and stuff, it really helps. It really helps a lot if you guys have a journal. I mean, I'm just putting that out there. I've been writing down journals since I was 4 or 5 years old. Just listed so much stuff that I have, including sketches of people that I've experienced in my everyday life. And people think that having journals is for for kids, and they think that it's just a childish thing. And people that say that is just a little ignorant, because you have to think of it like this. When kids reach a certain age, they have a lot of books. They go through a lot of they study a lot, and their brain begin to develop and they begin to function properly. But when you reach to an adult age, why does it deteriorate all of a sudden? Because you leave those books and you leave all those study things alone, right? Including the journal things, because you have to keep these things intact, and especially with an older age, because the older you go, the older you get, the more things you go through in life. And when you go through more of these things in life, you begin to forget the things you need to keep track of. That's why police officers write things in their little notebooks. That's the reason why detectives do it. Journalists, people who study certain things or whatever, people like that, because they like to keep track on certain things, so they don't have to lose track of what's to come when these things happen. And me having a journal really helps a lot. And I keep thanking my therapist about this, but thanks to Jeannie, she has really helped me a lot and educated me of how to really live my life. And I recommend you guys to have a journal, because it makes so much things easier. You begin to be ahead of your game. You begin to really know how the world works. You begin to know how everybody works, and you begin to take steps forward to what people do before they actually do them. And that happens to me a lot, especially in relationships. I've written so many things down of what I go through daily, so much to the point where when I tell certain females that I go through problems, and I tell them, look, you're going to be doing this later, so don't even try to, and they be like, what are you talking about? And then within a few days, they end up doing it. That's why it doesn't bother me that much whenever people be distant with me, or they begin to cut ways with me, because when I write down things in my journal, and I begin to write down and take notes of certain actions that they take when it comes to us going through debates, or just certain situations of confrontation and stuff, it doesn't surprise me that much when these things happen. But it surprises other people because they don't prepare these things. They don't write these things down. So I recommend you guys to have a journal. Keep writing things down daily. It doesn't have to be anything bad. Just write everything that you write down. Write down everything that you guys go through, so it can be more easier for you to keep track of. And if not, then I'll be willing to, talk to you guys thoroughly when it comes to dealing with certain things, as in relationships, or just giving you guys advice. YouTube is not just my only forte. You guys can add me on Facebook, Hugo Stiglitz, or or follow my Facebook page, Hugo Stiglitz, or you guys can go through my LinkedIn account. We can keep in contact there. I talked to a few dozen people about certain things that I've been going through and how they should deal with it as well. Or if you want to go to the more funner stage, you can also add me on my PlayStation account. My name is Trevor whatever. Or you guys can contact me on my Instagram account, which is PsychoDiver29. I love that anime. And you can contact me on Twitch, which is PsychoDiver29. I love that anime. I'm a huge Psychodiver fan. I love Psychodiver. So I'll leave the links down so you guys can see. If you haven't seen it already, I'll, post them, through the corners and stuff. But anyway, guys, yeah, that's my last blog talk, unfortunately. But I'm going to start doing my video reviews of movies, animes, my show and tell videos of, just me unboxing some stuff or whatever. In fact, I'm gonna get ready and try to do that now, get that out of the way, because one of my favorite games just came out. So I'm gonna show you guys, a quick video sketch of me unboxing the special edition of that. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys take care and just stay tuned of what more I have in store for you. You take it easy.